The animals you met in this book really do eat, sleep, hide, and play over and under the winter snow. Red squirrels not only travel and hide under the snow, but also store food underground. They hide seeds and nuts in holes and under rocks, and use their fantastic sense of smell to find them later when they're hungry. Shrews are little animals like mice that sometimes become meals for great horned owls and other predators, so subnivian tunnels provide an important shelter. White-tailed deer like to sleep under coniferous trees, evergreens with cones, that provide shelter on winter nights. When they curl up to sleep, some of the snow underneath them melts, making deer beds easy to spot in the woods. Deer mice make nests out of grasses, leaves, and other bits of plants, and line them with soft moss, fur, and feathers. Mice often sleep huddled together in winter to conserve heat. Voles look a lot like fat mice, but with shorter tails and smaller ears and eyes. Like mice and shrews, voles forage for food under the snow, searching for seeds, bark, roots, and insects. Snowshoe hares are famous for their seasonal color change. In the summer, these hares have a coat that's reddish brown or gray, but as winter approaches, they shed that hair and replace it with white hair to blend in with the snow. That makes it much easier for the snowshoe hare to hide from predators. Bullfrogs hibernate, buried in the mud at the bottom of ponds and marshes in the wintertime. Did you know that you can tell the difference between a male bullfrog and a female bullfrog by the size of their tympanum? That's a fancy word for ear. On a male bullfrog, the ear is about twice the size of an eye, while a female bullfrog's ear is about the same size as their eye. Beavers don't hibernate in winter, but they're less active so they don't need as much food. Whole families spend the coldest months huddled together inside their frozen lodges. Before winter sets in, beavers pile branches and twigs at the bottom of the pond, not far from the entrance of the lodge. That serves as their winter food supply, and they'll dive down under the ice when it's time to eat. Red foxes often eat small animals like mice, voles, and shrews, but finding those animals can be challenging in winter. The red fox has an excellent sense of hearing, though, and will actually listen for the sounds of animals like mice under the snow. When a red fox hears a mouse, it will pounce, often with all 4 feet on one spot, to collapse the snow and trap the mouse underneath. Then it will dig until it finds its dinner. Chipmunks dig burrows in the earth and live there, under the snow, in the wintertime. A chipmunk's home often has different chambers, one for sleeping, one for storing food, and several tunnels for exiting and entering the burrow. Black bears sleep most of the winter. Before they go to sleep, they gorge themselves on foods like fish and berries, so they'll have enough energy to last until spring. Their dens might be in hollowed out trees, under logs or rocks, or in caves. Bumblebees don't all survive winter in cold climates. In fact, male and worker bees die in the fall, leaving only fertilized queen bees alive. The queen bumblebees hibernate in the soil or under a layer of leaves. They can even produce their own antifreeze to keep from freezing if temperatures drop too low. When the queen emerges in the spring, she'll find a cool, dark place to nest and lay her eggs to start a new colony. Many animals depend on the subnivean zone to survive the winter. For one thing, the snow acts like the insulation in our houses and keeps the subnivean zone close to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, even when the air outside is much colder. Small rodents like mice, moles, and voles travel under the snow because it helps keep them safe from predators, animals like hawks that would like to eat them. Some predators get tricky, though. Weasels have skinny bodies and can squeeze into the tunnels in search of prey. Red foxes, like the one in this story, have fantastic hearing. They listen carefully for noises under the snow and can figure out just when and where to pounce to collapse a tunnel and trap a mouse for a meal. If you go cross country skiing or snowshoeing in the woods, you might see tracks in the snow that lead to tree trunks or crevices and then disappear. Look carefully. Those tracks probably tell the story of an animal from the subnivean zone, that secret kingdom under the snow.